everyone, it's Linnea for ThermOWeb, and we are collaborating with Sassy and Crafty. So I have picked some of my favorite Sassy and Crafty products to use with some of my favorite ThermOWeb products. I'm going to start off with the butterfly wings stencil. This stencil is gorgeous, and there's just this whole collage of butterflies fluttering about, and it's super pretty, and it needs to be foiled. So I sprayed the back of it with a light coating of pixie spray, and I waited about a minute, and I'm going to adhere it onto a piece of black cardstock. Now, I have this new trick, and it's something that I've been doing a lot. I've been using my brayer to really press that piece of cardstock onto the back of that stencil, and you can see there that it's not going to go anywhere. I do this when I have fine details, like in the wings of the butterflies. There are some tiny little lines, and I really don't want them to shift. So using the brayer to really push that into the pixie spray, they're not going to go anywhere at all. I have some Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo. The Duo gel allows me to transfer foils or flock, but foil in this case, to my panel using either the heat from my laminator or just the pressure from my die cutting machine, so it's really convenient. I used a stencil pal to spread that all over the piece of my black cardstock background. Then I'm using my stencil pal to clean up my work surface just a bit as well, because I'm going to repeat this process. I'm now going to take that stencil and press it down onto a white piece of cardstock. This time I'm just going to use my stencil pal because I don't want to flip that over and use my brayer. I don't want to get my work surface all dirty. I'm going to scoop out some more of that Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo, spread it around just a little bit, and then grab my stencil pal and really give this a smooth application. So I'm kind of going side to side, and then once I get the Duo gel completely covering the width of my cardstock, I'm just going to come right down at a 45-degree angle and just scrape off the excess. Now the Duo gel, I set this aside to dry overnight, but you only need to wait until it is clear and shiny like in my examples here. That's how you know when it's dry. I am taking some rainbow shattered glass Deco Foil transfer sheets. These are my favorite foils. I love them, and there are different rainbow colors on all the sheets. So some of them you see there have that blue to pinkish color. Some of them have the full rainbow. I'm using the ones that have a little bit of green, then blue, and then that pinkish color. I'm just going to cut pieces that are slightly larger than my background. You want to make sure when you are foiling that the back of the foil makes contact with your gel or your transfer medium, whatever it is. So pretty side up, so the back side of your foil is hitting that Duo gel. Now I'm running this through my die cutting machine, and I did put it inside of a piece of folded typing paper. That way it just protects from any of the scratches that may be on my cutting plates. Check this out. I'm just going to run that right through my die cutting machine, no heat necessary. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love this. Now the black background is hard to see on camera, so definitely head over to the ThermOWeb blog to see the still photos because it's stunning on the black. Now for my images on top of my backgrounds, I am using the Sassy and Crafty Flutter by Butterfly stamp set. These are gorgeous butterflies, and they pair beautifully with the butterfly wings stencil. I'm going to end up stamping all three, but I wasn't sure how I wanted them arranged, so I'm just going to stamp 2 at a time. I thought that I would do 2, and in the end, I went with 3. I have been loving rainbows lately, and since I have half of the rainbow from that Deco Foil Shattered Glass foil, I have the green, blue, and purple half, I thought that I would bring in the other half of the rainbow on these Flutter by Butterfly stamps. So I grabbed some Catherine Pooler ink pads. I have Catching Rays, Do-Si-Do, and Pucker Up. These are from the new Date Night bundle, and they are gorgeous colors. I'm going to stamp all 3 colors of ink onto these butterflies. So I'm starting at the top with my Catching Rays, inking that up, and then I'm using a towel to just dab off where the ink ends so that there's no harsh lines. That way I can come in with a second and a third color and create a gradient effect. For the second color, it's Do-Si-Do. I'm just inking up the middle of the butterflies, being sure to go up a little bit into where the Catching Rays ink would be and coming down a little bit as well. using my towel to just dab off both at the top and the bottom of the ink so that there's no harsh lines. And then at the bottom of the butterflies, I'm coming in with pucker up ink. Again, inking up and then dabbing off where the edge of the ink is. And now you can see, look at these gorgeous gradient butterflies. I love them. I trimmed them out with my scissors, and I also stamped a sentiment from the Sassy and Crafty Flutter by Butterfly stamp set, trimmed that out into a sentiment strip, and now I'm going to use some of my favorite iCraft adhesives to adhere these butterflies onto my foiled backgrounds. I'm using the iCraft 3D foam squares and foam strips. So the strips I'm going to put onto my sentiment strip, that way I have nice even coverage, and then the squares I will use behind my butterflies to pop them up. And this is going to give me quite a bit of dimension. They're lifted really high up off my card, and they are just so pretty. So check this out. Both my cards are done. This is the rainbow shattered glass on my black background, and this one on my white. I hope that you love both of these cards. Thank you so much for ThermOWeb and to Sassy and Crafty for collaborating. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. All of the products I used in today's card are linked and listed below in the video description. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.